He's always quickest to the breakdown, so effective in this aspect of the game.
I'm here with Green Flag at Franklin's Gardens, and I've managed to pin down one of the more vital weapons in the Saints' arsenal, Sam Dickinson. Let's hope this wind hasn't blown his hair off as well. So Sam, you came to Saints from Rotherham in 2012. Were you shocked by what was here?
Training-wise, it was definitely a step up. Unfortunately, I didn't do a lot for the first stint that I was here because I arrived injured.
That's a killer, isn't it? Oh, you work very hard when you're injured, but you feel like you're sitting around. Is that how you felt? Yeah,
I was a bit of a loose part, and it was a bit of a struggle, but in some ways it gave me a chance to adapt off the pitch to the way things are done, the step up in professionalism, and kind of once you get used to that, then you can try and transfer that onto the pitch. I was able to go on loan towards the end of that year up at Moseley, kind of got slowly broken back into it.
People knew that this big bald bloke who used to play for Rotherham was playing for Saints.
I was surprised at the faith that was shown to me by the coaches. I don't know how much of an impact that had and how much was down to being in part of a quality team. Having the coaches on your side obviously helps with that. And
what was the chat like from Dorian and Jim?
Westy is one of those people who's going to tell you if you do something wrong. And I've done plenty wrong as well as doing a few bits right. It's not a negative thing, it's a way of just making sure we're constantly trying to get the detail right. And you look at the players who are about, they're always going to be breathing down your neck and waiting for their chance as well.
Do you find this is a particularly competitive environment?
There's probably just a lot more on the line here. In some of the training sessions, you know, it's going to get a bit niggly, and you can tell boys are trying to put their foot down and put their hand up and say, yeah, look, I'm here as well.
Assert themselves a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly you're a Premiership champion, you've won the league.
Winning the Premiership was everything that we dreamt of. As soon as pre-season came around, it was just, doesn't matter anymore. That's been and gone. Remember it forever, but that's it. Like, whilst we've picked up a lot of experience along the way, I think it's a case of making sure we use that to our advantage.
So you didn't get Premiership champions put on all your pencils and your notebooks and all your stationery?
No, not much has changed around here.
Reputationally, pre-seasons here are pretty tough. Are you one of those players who loves it, dives in, can't wait to get in great nick, or do you hate it?
Probably somewhere in the middle of the two, because I know I get out of shape quite easy, but I absolutely hate the running. I wasn't made for it, I don't enjoy it, but
you chock around in games a bit.
I drag myself around, yeah. I like shifting a bit of tin and trying to eat well and trying to look after myself, but yeah, it's hard work these days.
The Premiership fixtures are soon to be released for the coming season, and there are certain ones you think, that's the one, that's going to be tasty, got to be fit for that.
As soon as that fixture list comes through, you are thinking, when's the Leicester game?
Yeah.
You know it's going to be a little bit more tasty.
There's real spice, real niggle in those games. Did you notice a step up in intensity when you played the Tigers?
Yeah, you can't miss it. It's a completely different atmosphere, I think, from that you get from the fans. I think the semi-final here last year, it was one of the greatest atmospheres I've ever played in. The whole town was telling you they could hear the stadium just echoing around. Don't know if you call it professional hatred or big rivalry. Some people say it's a tribal.
I think you're allowed to hate each other for an hour and a half.
Yeah, just for that short period. But the intensity is another level, and I think having that bit of niggle that there's certain things you're allowed to get away with, and it adds to the game, and I think the fans appreciate that.
Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Sam.
Cheers.